Hey folks, JD here, and today we have got this. This is the Air Wars drone. So as I said the other day in the unboxing, is that I was going to come out and bring out one of them. I've in fact brought out both. So I thought we'd give them a try and see exactly how they go. I have got a battle planned for a little bit later on in the future. So today we'll just be looking at the test of this and seeing how it flies, just purely as a quadcopter, how it moves, and then we'll have a look at some of the movements that it has and some of the battle attack moves that it has a little bit later on. So there we go. So this charged up within about an hour and a half. Obviously the charging port, just a standard little micro USB there, as the battery is totally encased inside this unit. I did find that when the battery was charging, the red light was on, and once it had charged, the green light went on. So that's quite nice, a little bit of indication. So with that in mind, let's take it to the sky. Alright, so to knock her on, we just got a little on and off switch here. So let's knock her on there. Now we've got two lights flashing, red and the green. Now as soon as we bind her to this, once on, once up, once down as standard, now the lights are solid. So we should, hopefully, be able to push this little button here, and we should just lift off. Which is exactly what we do. Perfect. So, altitude hold, working really quite well. I suppose it would have to be to claim that it is suitable for battle drones, because you'd both want to be at the same altitude and not one lower or one higher. This moves really well. Right, let's just stop her there. Let's bring her back. She's very loud, incredibly loud. And as you know, I'm not really a fan of loud, unnecessarily loud quadcopters. Although this is quite spectacular. Okay, let's take her out a little bit. So I believe, let's try for different speed levels. No, I believe it's just the one speed. Oh no, very much untrue. I've just changed the speed of it. Some of the controls that we have on here, the two buttons that we were wondering what they did up here in the top right, they use speed settings. So just by pushing the right hand button, off she goes. And look at that. That is quite a speed difference. So let's just bring her back a little bit. So if I just push that button again, and then push it again, and she speeds off. So it seems as if there's just two speed modes. If there is a third, it's really quite close to the second one, although there isn't a definition in different beeps. So normally you get speed mode 1, 1 beep, speed mode 2, 2 beeps, speed mode 3, 3 beeps. With this there isn't that. Speed mode 1 and 2, there's just 1 beep. Oh, this is working really quite well. Okay, so there is one function of this. Obviously we saw the automatic takeoff. There is also the automatic landing as well, which is exactly the same button. So it just sinks down to a level. Once it reaches that level, it knocks off all of the propellers there. That is really quite neat. And then once again, just the one button and off she goes. It moves really well. I'm really quite surprised at that. I thought that it would be more of in a straight line action rather than twists and turns. So that is pretty quite cool. So we've got 4 buttons. Let's bring her out a little bit. We've got 4 buttons here, which can do different attacks. Now obviously I don't have the other quadcopter. I do have the other quadcopter with me, but I don't have the other quadcopter up and active for the minute. So what I thought I would do is just test these out and see how it responds. So let's push 1. Oh nice, that just darted towards. Let's come back a little bit. Let's try it again. This one. Oh, that's nice. That's such a fast action as well. So we're going for the second one, more of a tornado motion. Which way is he facing now? Always points back to the same way that he was facing when he began with. Really good. So we've got the rotational one. And we've got the fourth one again, which I think is kind of a horseshoe type affair. So this one. That's really neat. All of these are really cool. I like that one, the darting one. That was really good. Tornado affair. Yeah, that's pretty good if you're underneath the other opponent. Really quite good. Really quite good. Alright. All in all, I'm really impressed with this. So what I'm going to do, let's take this back, let's take up the other one. So hopefully with the other one we should be looking at the same sort of controls. So let's just swap this for the second. So I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to turn that off. Here's the other one. So let's turn on the quadcopter first. And then let's turn on the transmitter. Once up, once down again to bind. Now those lights are solid. That took a little while extra, that did. That's a bit strange. With the red one, once I bound, boom, it was immediate. With this one, considering the other quadcopter is off, it did take an extra couple of seconds. Alright, let's take off. So, same screeching motors. Let's put it into speed mode 2. That's a little bit better, a little bit faster. Really quite nice, really quite sweet. Up she goes. They're really quite agile. If you had a pair of these and if you just wanted to use it as a quadcopter, okay, they are a little bit loud, but they work really well if you just wanted to take her around the park, or exactly like I'm doing here. Then, you know, you have that option. It's so good if you didn't want to just battle them in like an Air Wars, Robot Wars style affair. That's really nice. This is really good. I mean, I bought these purely on the fact that it is just Air Wars. You know, who wouldn't? It sounds like such a great concept. And they're actually really good flyers. And the transmitter range, again, is excellent. And the transmitter control as well. There's no jittery, there's nothing jittery about this. The control is very, very smooth. Look at him go, fair play. Really, really good. Really quite impressed with the pair of these. Okay, so let's try something. I don't know how successful this is going to be, because I am but one man. But let's take these guys out a bit. Let's push this one over to here. Let's turn him round. Is that the right way? Yeah, okay, let's land you. There. Now obviously I'm probably going to need 2 people for this, and I have got a battle planned for the near future, but I thought, why wait? Let's give it a shot. So the manual does say to put on one quadcopter first, and then put on the other quadcopter. So we should have them both bound, both red lights on the transmitters. Solid red and green on the silver, solid red and green on the red. Okay, now, all of you would know that it's quite silly to pilot 2 quadcopters at the same time in any other circumstance if they're not battle drones. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these off using the automatic takeoff and landing, and just use the same attack, which is going to be this one here, the forward. The race forward, the one I really liked. And let's see if it works. Let's see if they go to the same height. If not, they might need to be another person, obviously. Well, there will need to be another person, but just to take up the slack when it comes to altitude hold. So, both at the same time. Oh, they are at different heights. Nope. Okay. Let's land them. Just a quick test. Just wanted to see... What are you doing? There we are, good man. Just wanted to see how that would have worked, but obviously they do go to the different heights. Look how far they went. I picked up the red one from over here, and I started them from over there. So they have drifted quite a while. So it is most definitely something that you do need 2 people for. You can't just get away with having one person pilot them. You do most definitely need 2 people for that. Alright then folks, well, I bought the pair of these just on a total gimmicky thing. I thought it would be quite fun to have sort of a Robot Wars style battle in the air, and most definitely it is going to be, but on their own, they are just really good quadcopters. I really wasn't expecting that. So everything is encased, as I said in the unboxing. There is nothing you can get your hands onto there. There are a couple of screws which you could, I suppose, undo. Are they screwed? Yeah, they are. There are a couple of tiny screws which you could undo, I suppose, if you wanted to replace the battery, although I don't think that would be recommended by the manufacturer, though. They are seriously good fun. They fly really well. They've got 2 speed modes. The battle attacks obviously work on their own. When it comes to the actual battling of the drone, they do both come up at the same time, but obviously different altitudes. The barometer does read differently, so therefore you are going to have to self-adjust to get them at the same altitude, ready for them to collide in action. But if you just wanted them as a cheap quadcopter on their own, then I'm not being funny, this is such a nice, neat little quadcopter. So the grey one has no differences to the red whatsoever. Really good quadcopters, really loud motors. Again, I'm not a fan of the really loud motors, and these are really loud. But to be honest, they do output quite a bit of power. So there we are, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.